Digestive system dissections. First, we have the worm taxa, then the niche, habitat, and feeding relationships, and general adaptations. Now we have digestive system adaptations. The worm's adaptation that is specific to the digestive system, and that it is partitioned into many regions. The regions include the pharynx, where the food is swallowed, and the esophagus, which releases calcium carbonate through the calciferous glands to prevent the worm from having excess calcium. Also, the crop that stores the food is transferred to the gizzard that is used stones that the worms eat to grind up food. The gland cells in the intestine release fluids to help the digestive process. Lastly, the intestinal wall contains blood vessels where the digestive food is transported throughout the body. Worms live underground, and much of their food that is ingested carries soil along with it. Because of this, worms have adapted to store the soil inside the intestine and releases it as waste. This is why when a worm is cut open, the soil particles come out. This is the pharynx and the esophagus, and a video of the crop. And the gizzard.
This is the amoeba taxa. This is the amoeba niche, habitat, and feeding relationships. These are the general adaptations of the amoeba. These are the digestive system adaptations. Through the process of endocytosis, an amoeba obtains its food. Food particles are engulfed through its membrane, forming a food vacuole. Amoeba secretes digestive enzymes to bring out digestion of the engulfed particle once the food is trapped. The amoeba has no digestive system. Food is digested inside the food vacuoles. Along with the body movements, the food vacuoles are brought well inside the endoplasm. Inside the endoplasm, hydrochloric acid from the inner membrane of the vacuoles works on the food. It kills the living food materials and makes the contents acidic. This is a video of the amoeba.
This is the hydrotaxa. This is the hydra niche, habitat, and feeding relationships. And these are the hydra general adaptations. And this is the hydra system adaptations. Hydras have a very similar digestive tract, similar to most other cynariids. Unlike mammals, they have a two-way digestive tract where food enters and waste exits through the same opening. This arrangement is called a blind gut. This digestive tract takes up space in the middle of the body of the hydra. When food is taken into the gastrovascular cavity, enzymes are secreted into the cavity, and the cells lining the cavity absorb the nutrient products of the extracellular digestive process. This is a picture of the hydra, and this is a video of the hydra.
Okay, this is the flatworm taxa and its niche, habitat, and feeding relationships, and the general adaptations. Now we have the digestive system specific adaptations. The flatworm has adapted to secrete mucus. This helps it glide and capture prey. Their prey include small crustaceans, insect larvae, small roundworms, and soft structures of freshwater sponges. This is why it is classified as an opportunistic predator. The flatworm also has a threshold temperature of feeding of 6 degrees Celsius. This is a picture of the flatworm, and now we have a video of it eating.
This is the starfish taxa. This is the starfish niche, habitat, and feeding relationships. These are their general adaptations. These are their digestive system adaptations. Starfish are able to sense prey using light-sensing eye spots on the tips of their arms, then use suction cup tube feet to tear apart the shells of the mollusks they hunt. A starfish also has a complex internal digestion system due to the fact that it has two stomachs. The cardiac stomach is a sac-like organ that is located near the center of the starfish's body. This stomach is externalized to the starfish's mouth while hunting to begin digesting their prey. The stomach is injected into bivalve mollusks and sucks out the soft internal parts. Digestion then continues and is completed in the pyloric stomach. This adaptation allows starfish to eat creatures much bigger than their mouths. This is the stomach of the starfish. These are the digestive glands, pyloric duct, in the mouth of the starfish.
This is the crayfish taxa, its niche, habitat, and feeding relationships, and its general adaptations. And then these are its digestive system adaptations. One thing that's interesting about the crayfish's digestive system is that they have teeth inside of their stomachs, which allows them to essentially chew and grind their food inside of the stomach, which, since they don't have teeth in their mouth, is necessary for the process of digestion. They also have two pairs of sensitive antennae that help them detect movement in the water, as well as chemicals transmitted through the water, so they can detect dead things around them, potential mates, or potential food. This is a picture of the crayfish's stomach, including the teeth inside of it. I hope you can see that all right. And then you can see the mouth and the bottom of the crayfish. And this is its digestive gland and intestine.
This is the frog taxa. This is the frog's niche, habitat, and feeding relationship. And these are the general adaptations. These are the digestive system specific adaptations. The esophagus brings food from the mouth down to the stomach. The esophagus has no main function but to transport food. Stomach. The stomach is after the esophagus and is where food is broken down. More specifically, it is where food is stored and is mixed with enzymes to begin digestion. Pancreas. Pancreas is a gland that secretes digestive enzymes into the duodenum, the anterior part of the small intestine into which food passes from the stomach. Small intestine. The small intestine is the principal organ of digestion, which means this is where most digestion happens. Also, it is where nutrients are absorbed. Large intestine. The posterior organ of the digestive system which stores undigested food. The large intestines also remove excess water. Liver. The liver secretes bile, which is a fluid that aids digestion. Along with that are processes of digested food molecules. Cloaca. The cloaca is also like an anus. It is where digested food and waste are removed from the body. This is the frog's stomach. This is the frog's intestines and pancreas. This is the frog's mouth and teeth and tongue.
And then this is our cladogram. So we start with the ancient common ancestor, and then we move up to the amoeba, which is the only thing on this list of organisms to have a food vacuole. From there we go to the flatworm, which doesn't really have any of the traits exhibited in the other organisms. Everything Hydra and above has a digestive tract. Then we see the development of... What does that say?
Digestive systems.
Okay, then we see the development of full digestive systems, which then leads us to the worm. Then we see the development of a stomach, which a starfish is the first one to show us that. Then we see teeth, which are occurring in the crayfish and the frog, and the frog alone has 2 intestines.
And here are sources for each organism.